I am Tom Carlson with Mark 7 Reloading, and I want to go over all the specifications on the Titan in case you were unaware of anything specifically. So we're going to get in, we're going to show you everything from top to bottom. So starting at the top, you're going to see some slight differences between our Revolution commercial line to our Titan full commercial line. We'll start with the 16-inch case feeder with DC motors with clutch engagement and variable speed controls. The same applies to our 16-inch bullet feeder, which again, DC motor control and variable speed controls and clutch settings, compared to our previous 14-inch models, which just AC. We'll kind of keep going down from top to bottom here. So you notice we've doubled the size of our powder hopper capacity. In the powder measure itself, we used to run a belt configuration. Now we do a solid gear inside with a much larger servo motor, which gives us the ability to use any type of stick powder that you could want. It's going to muscle right through it. This is an addition to a version, it's not a replacement, so you can still have our significant version 1, if you will, version 2, which is pistol and rifle. This one is going to have the same internal drum cavity and plunger as our rifle, but it's got the much bigger capacity, the stronger gear mechanisms, and larger servo motor to eat any powder that you could possibly give it. We'll bring it back around to this side. I'm going to go inside the cabinet here, and I'm going to show you some more features on the bullet feeder itself. So this is a pneumatic system, and so what it's driven by is it's going to have two solenoids that are pushing it inward, and then it's going to pre-seat into the case. The huge benefit there is that in any type of boat tail or rifle configurations, it eliminates the need for an expander die. It's going to also give you much more consistent neck tension because you're not worried about the concentricity because it's pre-seating it for you. There's a lot of cool things that's good for. One of the things I'm excited about is things like 8.6 blackout, which is going to take that 338 and seat it so you're no longer worried about bullet topple, and you're getting a lot more precision and consistency out of it. At the same time, you're saving a die station. So once it's pre-seated, you're going to final seat and move on. Since we're back here, I'll show you right here. This is a 220 single-phase motor compared to the 3-stage that we used previously. It's about 4 times the power. So if you want to muscle through a 338 Labua or a couple of Lake City 308s, this thing won't even break a sweat. Since we're in the back, I'll close this and we'll show you on the Titan right here, give you a sneak peek of, notice the fact that there's no external boxes. We don't have the powder measure controls separate, the digital powder, the priming system vibratory controls, because we integrated everything into one clean setup. So people wanted cable management, we got you cable management in a very simple solution. So when you're looking to add additional accessories, whether it's sensors, you want to add another powder measure, you're not going to have to add additional boxes. All the drivers and all the equipment is built in, so we're able to put it right inside one, keeping it clean up here. So we'll come back around to the front. And we have several configurations, but for the show, I'll kind of show you just a couple of key features. What you'll notice is that what we did was we removed the mechanical mechanisms that ties the stroke to the indexing of the shell plate and the priming system. So now what we're able to do is we're able to use a full stroke top to bottom, and this would be for your full-blown rifle applications. Or if you're doing a pistol application, you don't need all of the extended travel. You can bring it right down, and so that is I'm going to call it an infinite control, but we're going to make it simple for you. And so, especially for the show, we give you 2 configurations. By changing the stroke driven by one motor and then controlling the indexing of the shell plate with a separate, you no longer have to reach back and adjust your advancement or retarding of the index ball because it's doing it for you, motor driven. We also were able to detach and separately drive the primary disassemblies. So whether you have a single feed or a dual feed, everything is infinite controls. So you can really customize your caliber and what's needed. And then I'm going to point out to you, I'll give you many more specifics you may want to know. Reach out to me personally, and I'll give you all the info you're looking for. And thank you, Andrew, for taking the video. Shell Shock Technologies.